Hi, it's Benji on Benji 84.0. I'm going to be reviewing the movie Black Rain. As always, I don't include clips in my videos, and I will save the rating out of 10 until the end of the video. It's going to be a brief review, quite a brief review. Now, you might be wondering, how does he have hundreds of subscribers when he hasn't got much content up? It's because this is a relaunch. This isn't the only content I've ever made. Anyway, on with my review of Black Rain. Black Rain came out in 1989. It cost $30 million to produce, to make, and it made $134 million, so it's a big hit. It's directed by Sir Ridley Scott, one of my favourite directors. I'm not going to give you a biography of him here. Stars Michael Douglas, Andy Garcia, Kate Capshaw, as well as more than two prominent Japanese actors, the late Ken Takakura, and also a very interesting man I've just been reading about, the late Yusaku Matsuda. So I'll come back to that. So Black Rain is a crime thriller set mainly in Japan. Like I say, it's directed by Sir Ridley Scott, so it looks good. The cinematography was by Jan de Bont, who's also quite a well-known director. The cinematography is great, and the music is Hans Zimmer, who's a very famous composer, and his music in this is great. It's very atmospheric. It's a cop thriller. It's a crime thriller. Michael Douglas plays a kind of a hot-headed detective with his partner, played by Andy Garcia, who's also a bit hot-headed as well. They're partners, and the Yakuza are operating in their city. Now, off the top of my head, I think the city's New York. And they go in pursuit of this top Yakuza operator to Japan to try and track him down. I'm not going to go into the details of the plot. Now, whilst in Japan, which is the main part of the film, they link up with the assistant inspector, played by Ken Takakura, the late Ken Takakura, a famous Japanese actor who worked for decades. He lived into his 80s. But the Yakuza they're pursuing is played by this actor, Yusaku, I want to get it right, Yusaku Matsuda. Now, he only lived until the age of 40. He actually died within... this came out in 1989. And he died in 1989. It was his last performance. He was 40. This is all available on in his biography. He died of bladder cancer. Now, he refused chemotherapy because he thought it would affect his performance in the film. Now, the thing about Yusaku Matsuda is he's a Japanese icon. He's considered one of the most important Japanese actors of all time, and numerous works of fiction have been based on him. Anime and manga, or manga and anime. Fist of the North Star, the lead character in that. Him and Bruce Lee, apparently, a combination. Cowboy Bebop, he's a character in that. The character's based on him. One Piece. These are all very famous. An anime film called Summer Wars that I've seen. I would need to watch it again to pinpoint which character he is. I don't like that movie, though. So one of Japan's most important actors, an icon. He is an action star from the 70s, from TV, then moved into films, and he wanted to branch out. And in this, he's great. He's absolutely brilliant. He's superb. And now I know a bit more about him. And he was also... I mean, it doesn't notice that he was ill. It just makes him even more impressive. And Michael Douglas, Andy Garcia, and Kate Capshaw all spoke highly of how professional he was. And then 20 years after he died, in 2009, Yusaku Matsuda, one of his wives made a film about him, talking about his life. And Andy Garcia cropped up on that because obviously he worked with him in Black Rain. And there's a very memorable scene between those two. I'm not spoiling it. He's absolutely brilliant. Well, I mean, what a fantastic, charismatic actor he was. I didn't know. He's very memorable, and I've never seen him in anything else, and I guess that's why. Just another good thing about this movie. Now, this movie got bad reviews at the time, of course it did. Since then, Sir Ridley Scott has basically said he loves the movie, and so's Michael Douglas. They both love the movie, right? They're not having it, that it's a bad movie, because it's not a bad movie, and I'll get to my rating out of 10 in a minute. I said it'd be quick. Now, whilst in Japan, Michael Douglas, there's romantic interest with him, played by Kate Capshaw. Now imagine that. You go all the way to Japan from the US of A, and you end up hooking up with an American chick. How boring is that? You got a country full of Japanese women. Hey, it's a Hollywood movie. It's a very good one though, and it did very well. I mean, I haven't worked it out. 1989, 134 million in 1989 would obviously be a lot more money now. Now for a straight up cop crime action thriller that was 18 rated at the time, it wouldn't be now. I doubt. It is quite violent. Not by today's standards. That would be a lot of money. I can't work it out exactly, but it'd be up towards 300 million probably that it made by today's money. A lot. It's a lot anyway. If that came out now costing 30 million, it made that, I'd be impressed. It wouldn't cost 30 million now though. Yeah, Michael Douglas is excellent in it. He's 45 in that. Andy Garcia, I think he's 10 years younger than Michael Douglas, something like that. Maybe, no, I think he's 11 years younger, so he would have been in his early 30s. He's very good. And as I say, the two Japanese actors, Ken Takakura is good as the assistant inspector, something along those lines. He's an inspector that they link up with. And he's really good, actually. He gives a really good performance. He's a really nice person in it. And he's not particularly approving of some of Michael Douglas's character. He's called Nick. He's not particularly approving of some of his actions. Andy Garcia's character is called Vincent. I'm not saying anything about how it all plays out for all of them, as I'm not going to spoil it. Yes, the Yusaku Matsuda's part is called Sato. This is called Sato. Well, he does have a first name, I think. He's Sato, the Yakuza operator. He's not the top Yakuza. That comes into play as well. It's brilliant. There are some brilliant chase scenes. It's excellent. Now, I don't have it on Blu-ray. I have it on DVD. Now, I haven't seen this one crop up on streaming. However, if you can track it down, I imagine you can. I advise watching Black Rain. I'm going to rate it out of 10. I've not actually rated it out of 10, I don't think, before. I'm going to give it a very strong 8. It's a very strong 8 out of 10. No, you know what? I'm going to give it a 9. It's a 9 out of 10. It came out in 1989. I'm still talking about it 36 years later. Yusaku Matsuda gives a great, amazing, memorable performance in it. And, he died in 1989, and I'm still talking about him now because I was reading about him earlier. Very interesting. And an icon in Japan. And he's great. It's worth watching it for him alone. Most of it's great. I mean, 9 might be generous. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Black Rain, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. There you go. So, if you like the video, like it, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone if you think they might get something from it. Subscribe, and when you do, ring the notification bell. Comment. This is Benji on Benji 84.0. Hasta pronto.